שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, יאללה לי לה 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 לה, הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, יאללה לי לה 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 לה, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, יאללה לי 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 לה 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 לה, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, יאללה לי לי יאללה לה לה לה, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to our Friday night Shabbat service, the beginning of the weekend of Jordan's Bar Mitzvah. We're so excited to be celebrating with you and your family and any friends who are here with us and anyone on live stream as well. We're so happy that you're bringing Shabbat in with us. For anyone who's here in person and also those at home, hopefully you're going to use this time tonight. We're going to create some sacred time together as we bring in Shabbat. So if you have a phone, if you have a camera, if you have a computer open, those at home, or a tablet, put that stuff away. It's only 1 hour. We'll invite you to disconnect from technology and just be together in the moment. We're going to start our service on page 5 of the Siddur of the prayer book with Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni leShalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzeitchem leShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
We turn to to page 20, Romamu.
So there's a part for all of you, whether you're at home or whether you're in the sanctuary. Either way, when I sing key, you sing key back with a lot of energy. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu.
We'll turn to Lecha Dodi, page 23. We'll do the first paragraph together. Then we'll turn to the last paragraph on page 25. And when we get to the last paragraph, we'll invite you to rise and face the entrance of whatever room you are in right now. Page 23, Lecha Dodi.
Lecha Dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad. Hishmi'anu el ha'meyuchad. Adonai echad u'shemo echad. L'shem u'tiferet v'litila. Lecha Dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Boi v'shalom ateret bala gam besimcha uve'tola toch emunei am segula. Boi chala Lecha Dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela.
You may be seated. Page 27, Mizmor Shir.
But not in that key. Mizmor, Mizmor Shir, Shir leyom haShabbat. Mizmor, Mizmor Shir, Shir leyom haShabbat. The whole world is waiting for Shabbat. The whole world is waiting for Shabbat. Mizmor, Mizmor Shir, Shir leyom haShabbat. Mizmor, Mizmor Shir, Shir Shir Yom HaShabbat, Mizmor Shir, 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 Shir Yom HaShabbat.
We invite you to rise for Baruchu, our call to prayer on page 39A.
Ya la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Baruchu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la
You may be seated. Blessed are you, God, whose word brings the evening dusk, whose wisdom opens the gates of dawn, whose understanding changes the day's division, who makes day pass into night, who distinguishes day from night. Blessed are you, God, who brings each evening's dusk.
Baruch atah Adonai Hama'ari v'aravim.
We turn to page 40, Ahavat Olam.
So I like to sometimes call this service kind of like kugel. Like there's some melodies that are traditional that we're going to sing and some new ones, but this is definitely, I think, a kugel, Ahavat Olam. Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadeta. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu, v'shokbeinu u'v'kumeinu, nasiach b'chukecha, v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, u'v'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed. Ki hem chayeinu ve'orech yameinu, uvahem negei yomam v'layla. Ki hem chayeinu ve'orech yameinu, uvahem negei yomam v'layla. Ki hem chayeinu ve'orech yameinu, uvahem negei yomam v'layla. Ki hem chayeinu ve'orech אהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל.
We have Jordan up here with us tonight, who will be celebrating his bar mitzvah tomorrow morning. And yay, that's about right. That's the right reaction. And he is going to give us a little preview this evening, starting with the Shema on page 41.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol meodecha v'hayud hadvarim ha'elet asher anohi metzavecha hayom al levavecha Veshinantam levanecha vedibarta bam beshivtecha bevetecha uvalechtecha vaderet uvshachbeha uvekumeha ukshartam leot ayadecha vehayu letatufot bein einecha Uchtavetam amezuzo petecha uvisharecha.
We'll continue quietly to ourselves at the top of page 42.
Leman tiskeru ve'asitem et kol mitzvotai vehitem kedoshim le'elohehem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hoseitem me'eretz Mitzrayim lihiot lachem le'elohim ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem emet.
Awesome job. You're off to such a good start. We'll give you a little break now. You can sit and relax for a few minutes.
So Jordan, are you feeling like now the first prayer is done, right?
Yes.
So you can breathe now and you know it's okay.
Yes.
While we give Jordan a little rest, we are going to turn to page 44 for Micha Mocha.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh nora tehilot osei fele. Try that with me. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh nora tehilot osei fele. Machutecha ra'u vanecha bokei hayam livnei Moshe ze'elianu ve'amru Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed mi chamocha va'elim Adonai mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh nora tehilot osei fele. V'nemar kifata Adonai et Yaakov uge'alo miyad chazak mimenu miyad chazak mimenu mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh nora tehilot osei fele. Adonai, Gaal Yisrael.
We're going to take a minute now and say a prayer for those in our community who are in need of healing. If you're joining us on live stream and you could use a little bit of healing, and if you're here in person with us, if anyone's loved ones, we're thinking of all of you. There are so many people right now in the world who are in need of healing of all kinds. We're thinking of you all as we join together in Rifa'enu.
Rifa'enu Adonai v'nei Rapha. God, only you can bring true healing, and so we pray. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofei Cholei Amo Yisrael. Blessed are you, Shechinahu, restores our loved ones, heal our people speedily in our day, and let us say Amen.
We'll turn now in our Siddur to page 45, Hashkivenu, a prayer of shelter, hoping that God will shelter us through the night.
Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'ha'amidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'ha'amidenu malkeinu lechaim. Ushmur tzeitenu, uvoenu, lechaim ushalom, me'ata ve'ad olam. Let's hear your voices really loud. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'ha'amidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'ha'amidenu malkeinu lechaim. Ufros aleinu Sukkot Shalom Echa, Ufros aleinu Sukkot Shalom Echa. Just your voices really loud.
Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'ha'amidenu malkeinu lechaim.
Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'ha'amidenu malkeinu
Jordan is going to lead us in Vishamru, page 46.
Veshamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Veshamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. B'nai Uvain, B'nai Yisrael, oti leolam, oti leolam, oti leolam.
Vishamru,
B'nai Yisrael, et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat, ledorotam berit olam. Ki sheshe ya'amim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim ve'et ha'aretz v'shomeru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Uvayom hashve'i shavat vayinafash shavat vayinafash shavat vayinafash v'shameru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam.
Excellent. You can all have a seat. Jordan will give you a rest too. You can have a seat as well. So, what are the types of things that you say in a whisper? Maybe a secret piece of information, some kind of embarrassing detail about yourself or about someone else. You want to whisper it. Maybe it's a surprise for someone. You have to keep the secret of a surprise. Maybe it's a rebuke of someone who needs to be told to change their behavior, but not everybody in the room needs to know. We whisper when something is just between us and another person, when we don't want anybody else to overhear. And particularly when whoever we don't want to overhear is nearby. Right? There's really no need to whisper something if I'm in a room alone with the person I want to tell my secret to and there's nobody else around. The parsha that we're reading this Shabbat has a whole section that is read in a whisper. Our parsha is giving the Israelites instructions on how to enter the promised land. They've been eagerly awaiting to enter. But like much of the book of Deuteronomy, the parsha tells us that we are going to have choices to make. We can live a life of blessings, or we can live a life of curses. And if we follow God's commandments, we will be blessed, but if we don't, we're going to be cursed. So when we read those blessings, we read them out at full volume. When we read the curses, we read them in a bit of a whisper. We lower our voice in a hushed tone. So you might think that we read these curses in a hushed tone because we don't want anyone to hear. After all, that's what a whisper is for. That's what we established, right? It's a secret between us and another person. And it must be that there are people in the sanctuary with us that we don't want to hear these horrible, horrible curses. So we have to whisper. And in a way, that's true. We all wish that we could be shielded from the harsh realities of the world. That sometimes people get sick, people die, people go hungry more, things go wrong. It's not pleasant to talk about those things. But we know that it's important that we read these curses out loud because we can't pretend that they don't exist. We can't pretend that everything about life is perfect. So we read the curses out loud, but in a hushed tone. In a hushed tone because the person we're keeping it a secret from, in a way, is ourselves. The hushed tone almost expresses our ambivalence. We know we have to read them, but we wish that we could be shielded. What are the things like that in your life? the things that you know you need to confront, but you really wish you didn't. The things you know you need to say out loud to your spouse, your friend, your partner, maybe just to yourself. You really wish you didn't have to. With only about a week and a half to Rosh Hashanah, if you can even believe it, a week and a half, we are deep into this season of reflection and attempting to grow ourselves as people. And very often, that reflection and growth means saying the things out loud that we wish we didn't have to say. It's okay to say those things in a whisper, right? If you don't want to say them at full volume, metaphorically, it's okay to say them in a whisper. But we can't avoid saying them entirely. That's how we grow. We're going to turn now to Chatzi Kaddish. We are on page 46. We're starting to get ourselves prepared for the Amidah. Chatzi Kaddish 46.
I was just getting really nervous at the High Holy Days for a week and a half. Yitkada ve'yitkada shemei Rabbah ve'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon uv'yomechon u'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael bagala bagala uvizman karif v'yemeru amen yehi shmei Rabba mevarach le'alam alam me'amaya yitbarach yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shemei kudusha berichu la'elam min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma ve'imru amen.
We'll invite you to rise now and take some time for private prayer and meditation. You can find the Amidah from page 47 to 52, and as always, you should feel free to pray using the Hebrew, the English, or whatever prayers are in your heart, and we'll begin together with the first 6 words out loud.
Anna na 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 Adonai. Anna na 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 Sfatai Tivta. Anna na 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 Ufi Agid. Ufi Agid Tehilatecha. Anna na 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 Adonai. Anna na 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 Sfatai Tivta. Anna na 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 Ufi Agid. Ufi Agid Tehilatecha. Anna na 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 Adonai. Adonai Sfatai Tivtach. Anna na 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 Ufi Agid. Ufi Agid Tehilatecha. Anna na 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 Adonai. Anna na 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 Sfatai Tivtach. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו אמן. Yalla la 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 la, yalla la la la, yalla la 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 la, yalla la 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 la, yalla la 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 la, yalla la la la, yalla la 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 la, yalla la 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 la. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו אמן. ואמרו amen.
We'll have you remain standing. We're going to have Jordan come back to lead us once again, and make sure you bring that cup all the way up to the microphone. Jordan is going to lead us in Kiddush. We're on page 55.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kadsho v'ahava uvratzon hin hilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit ki huyon tehila lemikra kodesh zeker ziat mitzrayim kivanu vahata ve'otanu kidashta mikol hamim ve'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hin chotanu baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat.
Amen. Drink your grape juice. It better be grape
Don't worry,
juice.
it's grape juice we have for you. He's finished the whole thing. Did you see that? That was impressive.
Did you just like totally just take a...
He just downed it. All the
Is
grape
that,
juice.
that must be pre-college.
All right. We are going to have you lead us one more prayer, Jordan. Page 56. Again, please remain standing for Aleinu.
Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol latet gedula leotse vereshit shelo asanu kiye haratzot velo zamanu kemishpechot ha'adama v'shelo sam hakenu kahem V'gor aleinu kecho hamonam va'anachnu korim משתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי חמלאים הקדוש ברוך הוא שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוצא ארץ ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל ושכינתו זו בגובהי מרומים הוא אלוהינו אין עוד אמת מלכנו אפת זולתו ככתוב בתורתו וידעת היום הבשיבותה אל לבבך ניתני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד
Okay, נקווה לך נראה.
הכתוב בתורתך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
You may be seated. Excellent job, Jordan. We're going to let you take a real rest now. You can go and sit with your family. And because we are in this season of repentance, as we're talking about this season, the month of Elul leading up to the High Holy Days, we add a special psalm into our service, Psalm 27. You can find it on page 59.
Lulemanti lirot betuv Adonai be'eret chayim be'eret chayim lulemanti lirot betuv Adonai be'eret chayim be'eret chayim kaveh el Adonai chazak v'yametz libecha v'kaveh el Adonai v'kaveh el Adonai v'kaveh v'kaveh el Adonai v'kaveh el Adonai v'kaveh el Adonai v'kaveh el Adonai.
As we turn to a moment of memorial in our service this week, we are lovingly remembering the following yahrzeits: Aaron Temkin, Abraham Cohen, Alexander Zinn, Betsy Weil, Burton Lieb, Daniel Katz, Dennis Scott Dolan, Eileen Popkin, Elizabeth Salop, Esther Leshinsky, Franklin Levy, Frida Phillip, Jean Snyder, Harriet Racenstein, Howard Narvi, Irving Jacobson, Erwin Goodman, Jack Cron, Jack N. Rubin, Jeffrey Ricosi, Louis Levine, Manny Brownstein, Martin Moss, Marvin Gavinter, Max Zigman, Michael Aaron Siegel, Morris Brown, Morris Kessler, Moses Rosbania, Erwin Goodman, Norman Gordon, Perry Priel, Ralph Silverman, Rhoda Kodish, Robert Nadell, Rosemary Kaiser, Samuel Gross, Selma Lebo, Solana Azus, Stephen Ballack, Stuart Katz, William Horowitz, William Newman, Zev Goldfarb, Lillian Frank, Sam Goma, Neil Levitt, the father of Marnie, and Raphael Shamtub, grandfather of Mike. For everyone who is observing a yahrzeit or who's in a period of mourning, for anyone who has need or desire to recite Mourner's Kaddish, we'll invite you to rise and join with me on page 58. Yitgadal v'it kadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divra kirute v'amlich malchute, b'chayechon uvyomechon uvchaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehe shmei rabbah mevarach le'olam olamei almaya. Yitbarach v'ishtabach v'itpa'ar v'itromam v'itnaseh. Vit hadar, vit ale, vit halal, shmei de kudsha, brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tush bechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehe shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim alenu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, alenu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. You may be seated. We're going to invite our president, Debbie Strom, up for a few announcements.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Welcome to those here in the sanctuary and to those watching over live stream. Tomorrow morning, our Shabbat service begins at 10 o'clock as we celebrate the bar mitzvah of Jordan Atar, which we're looking forward to. Please join us here in the sanctuary or online. We begin the High Holy Days tomorrow night, believe it or not, at 8 p.m. with our Selichot program and service, which will be on Zoom. Our friends from Shomrei Torah will be joining us, and our clergy will challenge us with the concept that we are all Jews by choice. Again, this is on Zoom only, and the link is on our website. Next Friday evening at 5:30, preschool-aged families are invited to join Rabbi Adam on Zoom for our Bimbam Shabbat celebration, followed by candle lighting at 6 p.m. Also next Friday evening at 7 o'clock, please join us here for family Shabbat services, and next Saturday morning at 10 o'clock for Shabbat morning services. Both of those services can be watched on live stream, or you can be here in the sanctuary with us. Also, as Rabbi Galko mentioned, Rosh Hashanah is a little bit over a week away, and in-person services are really filling up, so it's a good time to reserve your seats almost right away. You can do that by visiting our website, templealiyah.org. And on the website, you'll also be able to share photos for our Yizkor service, sign up to borrow or access digitally a machzor for the services that you might be attending from home, and find out all about the High Holy Day virtual and in-person services and programs. Tickets are going to be mailed out this coming week to everybody. And finally, we look forward to seeing you online and in person for High Holy Days, and also for more programs and services as we begin a new year together. Thank you for being a part of Aliyah's story, and thank you for making Aliyah a part of yours. Shabbat Shalom.
Do we need to clarify the program at 8 o'clock includes Havdalah and is on Zoom, but the service at 9:15 will actually be live streamed?
Yes, yes. So we hope you'll join us at 8 for Havdalah and this program. It's going to be amazing. We're having a panel of Jews by choice in our community and in Shomrei Torah's community. So it'll be really a powerful experience, and we'll have discussion groups. But if you can't join us for that, you can just watch the live stream at 9:15 as usual. All right, we are going to conclude our service now with Adon Olam, page 211.
So those of you in live stream land, you might have seen a little bit of it because Jordan's been kind of dancing while he's davening and moving. So this Adon Olam is for anybody who wants to dance. So Zisol, if you're watching online, this one's for you. And for those of you who are in here, please feel free to dance. Adon olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra leit nasa v'chefso kol azai melech shemo nikra Adon olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra b'dam bam 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 v'acharei kichlot hakol levado yimlok nora v'hu haya v'hu oveh v'hu yeh b'tifara Adon olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra b'dam bam 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 v'hu echad ve'ein sheni lahamshilo lehachvila v'hi reishim v'litati v'lo ha'oz v'hamisra Adon olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra b'dam bam 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 v'hu eli v'chai goali v'tur chevli Sarah, v'hu nisi umanos li, menat kosi b'yom ekra, Adon olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra b'dam bam 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 v'yado av kid ruchi v'ishan ve'ayira v'im ruchi giviyati Adonai li v'lo ira Adon olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra b'dam bam 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 Adon olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra leit nasa v'chefso kol azai melech shemo nikra Adon olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra b'dam bam 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 Adon olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra b'dam bam bam bam.
Wow, what a party we've had going on here in the sanctuary. Shabbat shalom, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, buen Shabbat, good Shabbos.